So here is the file you are asked for. PJ company dedicate are waiting for you in the conference room, sir. Why his secretary inform about the recent update, handing him a file he ordered, not lifting his head from his laptop. Okay, send Nana to the conference room and hand over the project file to her. But sir, Lana is not the head of this project, she uttered in total confusion. In fact, it was she who looking after this project identity to her secretarial duties, hoping to gain more knowledge and probably as the appearance obvious for her compatibility and understanding level with her boss. With warmth, she could fathom his next set of the action and intention even before his voice out. She failed to grasp the reason behind his denial this time. He closed the laptop with a thug and looked straight into her eyes. Who's the boss here, Miss Park? You good then, so already you know who has the authority to order and question warm. She stood idle, hand over head in disappointment. She thought that she convinced him using his soft corner for her, but seems to be denial today. Sorry sir, I will send her. With unfallen face, she went to Lana's cabin and passed the project file as her boss ordered. I am not dreaming, right? She squeals, not believing her luck. Soon her excitement died on her throat as the realization struck her. It's not easy to carry on the press since someone project like her, and she is very well known. This type of last time adjustment are so common in this corporate. One want to climb up and reach and the sky. One need to not shed blood or sweat, but it to dive across this vast era with an acute break. One who has seen Lana face pale going forward without any jealousy. Lana, there is nothing worry. You already know that and don't forget we all work as a team. Take a deep breath and carry on with the project. Success is yours. Lana, somewhat convinced and hurried toward the conference room, going through the content the way. Wine pouted her lips slightly and looked down at her desk, but up from she took in extra few today. Get ready with her formal white and black trouser and black pump, which is usually avoided. All went when cursing her boss. She settled herself in the cabin. When her fingers are ready to give a speed dial to her mom, she came in a vision with that thing. Guessing she looked hold of it, scolded herself, daydreaming about the chocolate brown eyes, looking concentration on important things. She immediately ran toward the conference room, crossing her boss' cabin, who find that particular moment to come out of his cabin and head out of the conference room. What the hell, he uttered in confusion, seeing his secretary running crazily across the corridor, forcing this long leg forward to walk speedily. He late on catch her. She already entered the conference room, attend the pen drive to Lana. A sudden wave of dizzy rushed through his veins as he saw the two things which he observed at the very first sight. One is hug shared between friends and another is Jimin. Oh God, thank you so much, Wine. For a moment I was blank, and when I didn't find the pen drive, she explained and shared a friendly hug with Wine, who accepted her warmth and patted her back gently. Hey Wine, how are you? She turned head with a smile, hearing a knowing voice. She gave her a flow-frightened smile at her person and stretched her head out firmly. I'm great, Jimin. Jimin gasped her palm and patted her shoulder softly. I don't know how you are doing great, Pin. Taehyung secretary, I heard you hold the world of Pin Kim secretary for the longest period. She playfully hit his arm and chuckled softly. What do you have to do with my job? I don't. But he has something against me. Leave it. Why ain't you joining my frame? I am asking, no, pleading you for the past 2 years, but you are not budding. Taehyung stormed inside the conference room and glared at these two. If his eyes have the power to produce fire, then these both would be turned active by now. It's not your get-together party, Mr. Jimin. It's my office. He spared the word. Throwing range, looked at Dimaya and she lowered her eyes, giving clear for carrying away with her friend Jimin for getting her office hour. Sorry, sir. Taehyung heart went down like a butter on the heat, steaming on his face. You may leave now, Ryan, he said softly, forgetting the thought of pent between them, who finally jumped in joy, finding the reason behind his. Why, Mr. Kim? I heard she is the project leader, he intervened, determined to tease him a bit. Do I need to remind you again and again? This is my office, Mr. Park. We are partnered in this project. You have obeyed our legal condition. I have invested in this project. He also didn't back down. Two men stood glaring at each other at the entrance of the conference room, leaving Wine. Wine peeped through her eyes to Jimin, which he ignored early, feeling assumed at sea and angry Taehyung, now possessive, and they have been partnered in this field for more than 3 years now. Never once he has seen anything other than anger, determination in him. But today, in fact, not for today, for the last year itself, he has noticed how Taehyung weed out Wine for his fancy whenever he comes to them office. First he didn't take it seriously, thinking it's work pressure, but eventually he observed how Wine's absence depended on his arrival. Wine being the secretary, presence beside him invited, however, Taehyung conducted the meeting without her. Always that's how the seed of the doubt on his mind, and today he succeeded in finding the reason. Taehyung breathed out in the range and badly wanted to punch the arguing man in front of him. He passed a strained glare toward her as he accusing her for the situation and stormed inside the conference room. She bit her nails and looked at him accusingly. Seems like you eager to get me into your company. Get your papes with my terminal. Jimin blinked in reply, sprinkling salt on someone burning rage. Wine gritted her teeth, seeing Jimin's casual reaction and controlled herself by showing any expression contrary to it. She silently followed Jimin and took her seat beside them, and whether Jimin settled himself opposite to them and his colleague. As soon as the light went off, Lana gave the introduction and Wine took over him after. However, Wine showed a concentration line on the presenting the project and getting approval within the meet. She hadn't realized the person who have the authority to give to prove both parties are concentrating on anything other than each. Jimin sighed straight, showing all his teeth to put Wine his whole concentration on Capri's. Wine even didn't fall eyes on Taehyung through the corner of his eyes. Dim light became his friend, but suddenly he didn't protect him, and certain eager eyes. Taehyung gritted his teeth and his closed fist get harder. His eyes turned bloodshot and his sick jaw representing him as a lion who is waiting for his prey to catch his wave. As his blood coursing, Gemini's follow her every action. Everything has a limit, so he's patient. It started determined that he noticed Jimin trying to gain Wine attention and then come to final name in Friends coffin when Jimin bought his. The meeting in Silence here. We are no more interested in your partnership, Mr. Park. My lawyer will contact you for terminating the contract. Taehyung called a thick voice boomed across the room, sending shock to occupation. Jimin raised his brow and said calmly. He waited for Taehyung to tell something like this, but sir, she opened her mouth to say something when Taehyung showed his mouth. Jimin gestured his colleague to move out, who were still in their seat by the unexpected turn for event. He stood up at last. You are not doing the right thing, Mr. Kim. I didn't ask your opinion, Mr. Park. Jimin pressed his lip with a raised brow. He looked at his arms and glared at Wine, who looking at him currently. Bye, Wine. See you soon, my secretary. He hugged her friendly way. He added casually before winking at his friend while she pressed her face, controlling her anger. She felt like tearing the project paper and throwing it on two men who behaved weirdly today without any reason. Her 3-month effort gone waste just like that. She has taken this project quietly and completed them. Only after her assurance of handling his project and missed the project he had given her consent. She has worked double of load these 3 months and he cancelled the whole partnership just like that, dropping the project without paper reason. That Jimin, she doesn't really know what happened to him, and these days constantly tried to gain her attention, his mind of the present. And he is not the person who casually winked at her and attention seeker. He is her good friend from their college day. He protected within the friend as she left with uneasy by his new. With the same frustration, she went toward him. This is not done, Mr. Kim. We are work hard for this project and you cannot simply cancel it for the present. Within a fraction of the second, he grabbed her arms and pinned her behind her, one eyes imitating shock, her heart escaping a beat. Seeing him so close to her for the first time, he held breath, fanning her plump cheek and her in front of touching his. Her heart took a high race with the realization struck her. They are standing in the middle of the conference room alone. Sir, she stammered in the shock, winning his. His eyes, her meaningfully, and dragged her with him. Do I need to say more? And her jumped to the mouth. She feared people perspective of them. It's not every day. He grabbed his secretary hand and dragged her with him to the personal lane. But it's her luck now. No one was present in the part of the around. As he left her with a force, she breathed heavily, catching with the reality. Meanwhile, he locked the door, but the perceiving the outer world. He took the measured step toward her and her back, seeing a new glint in his eyes. She couldn't pinpoint what is, but she is sure he has never experienced this kind of treatment from him before. As he moved forward, she has to stop. Somewhere she stood, hitting against his legs. He blocked her way, keeping his arms around the side of him, moved his face close to her. How dare to hug that Jimin? Instantly her eyes popped out in the shock. She tugged tight by his cushion. And what the hell you share with that Jimin? So shut up, you have no right to share yourself with anyone. He screamed at the top of lungs, feeling ignored by her elbow. What are you saying? Do you realize what your word mean by? She asked, gathered her courage, feeling confused by his alien orders. He inched close to her and spat his thought. I know what I'm saying, and how dare you tell Jimin to call you Wani, or I call you by increments. He inclined his eye dangerous, and she felt scared even more. His was not helping her either. What? How dare he wink at you? I will burn him alive if he set his eyes as my possession. She couldn't believe that what she heard. This new thing is giving her shock after shock. Does she fear she would get a heart attack at such a young age? What are you saying, boss? It's Taehyung. What she found? It's time for you, money, he said, sliding his arms around her waist and choking her and time on that day she opened her mouth to say something, but only air released out of his mouth instead of word. Using the opportunity, slammed his lips on her, closing it with his own. You are only man, he murmured in between his kiss. She stood horrified to thinking anything, shoving an inside to his own arm. Other arms come around her waist and secure her lips its place. She murmured, trying to push him away. She out of breath, but he didn't. But she realized her only for a minute and captured her again. Never let it do. You are only man. He stammered, letting his lips travel across her face, fitting it in the process, leaving his mask. Neither I want to see you anywhere near that Jimin or anyone. I will allow anyone near you who took advantage of that braces. She felt some alien things inside her stomach. Instantly she loved something produced on her vocal cord. She let it out without process. Hormone activated his adrenaline blood rushed to his mouth and his lips also grind down by following by. His heart better pressed firmly against her throat, making her knee go weak. Her arms automatically bent his neck for support. Say that you are mine, he demanded, decreasing down her throat. She bit her lips, feeling strange about her own. Say that you are mine, he stretched his command, placing his lips above his shirt, clenching hard, feeling disappointed. None response. He lifted his eyes, noticed her lost friend. Without a second, he gripped her jaw, lifting her face to his level. Ain't you feeling same like me? She looked at him in a dilemma. How can she say something which she is unsure? I don't know. Words flow out of her mouth without hesitation. You have to know. He firmly pressed his lips against her again. She gasped and gripping his hair and only welcomed his move. He breathed heavily and tucked into her neck. Still you don't know. She closed her eyes and that I don't know. The shaking washed over his frame, sensing determination he never used to hear. No. So he is not going to leave her without getting her. Yes, lifting his head to her neck, he met her eyes stand up with his. He slowly, softly, gently placed his lips on her forehead, pouring all his feeling on that single. I am yours again, would escape her without noticing. Her heart found what her mind couldn't comparison at the moment. His smile carrying a winky pride. I took a step, devilish the moment. Her red plum cheek, her left breath announced his victory. You are fine, Miss Park. What? She stood straight, coming out of the dreamland. You are fired from my security post and posted as my personal wife. Her lips abruptly drained, her heart following unknown happiness. His lips stretched while feeling relieved from the threat he has feeling from the past.